Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Wednesday, February 22nd, 2023. I don't claim to be an expert in matters involving energy, portals, things like that. I'm just a person that likes to read and has a curious nature. I was reading today that that our Earth has entered an energy portal, and it seems to be rather significant. Let me show you one article I found, and then we're going to take a short rabbit trail and see if it connects to a current event that was rather, I thought, humorous. Okay? All right. Well, I'm going to share the screen. Hang on. As always, there'll be links to these in the description box for this video. Okay, first of all, the article was, I don't know where it came from originally, because this is a compilation site, Rose Rambles. So as always, I'm not giving you a blanket endorsement of this site, although I check it frequently. But I thought this was an interesting article from February 22nd today that is entitled Here We Are. And it talks about the 222 portal energy, okay? Now, I'm scrolling, so if that bothers you, look away and I'll tell you when I've stopped, okay? One of the things I thought was really interesting is that because of this energy coming in, which is beneficial to humans, it's glitching and malfunctioning old involuntary programs. In other words, some that have been instilled without our informed consent. That can include robotoid humans, possibly AI, clones, what have you. Okay, we're getting a little woo here. I think everybody has no problem with the thought that there are stand-ins for major political figures and world leaders and what have you, that they wear a mask and, you know, they've been doing that, having stand-ins for hundreds of years. So I take it one step further in my belief system, and I think a lot of you do too. I accept the fact that whether it was right or not, science has pursued cloning humans and making robotoid humans. And unfortunately, when they really lacked a moral compass, even hybrid humans have been made. Well, while science can make the human body from cloning tissue, it can't put a soul in that body, even if it can make it animated. And what I'm hearing is that as our world absorbs this new light energy, and we move from dark to light, that the environment around us will be wonderful for those of us who are fully and naturally human, and not so much so for those who are not. I thought, okay, well then I read about how 2 days ago, George Soros had difficulty giving a speech. In fact, for 25 seconds, even though the page was right in front of him, he stammered and didn't know what he was saying. I'll show you that. Hang on just a second. Okay, there's a 35-second clip here, and 25 seconds of it is him trying to be coherent and failing miserably. So that made me wonder. I have long thought that the original George Soros is gone from the earth plane. Okay, that he's been dealt with, processed, whatever. Okay, so is this an example of one of those glitches and malfunctions that was being spoken of in that first article? Okay, and are there more like it we can anticipate and be watching for and just kind of aware of, so that they don't shock us if it happens to someone directly in our vicinity? Okay, so is this an example of one of those glitches and malfunctions? Is there more information moving forward farther into this ascension process and moving from dark to light that we can anticipate or be informed about? Let's find out. So was this an example of a glitch, a malfunction of someone who is not fully human? And is there other insights and information moving forward through this energy portal that the universe has for us? Let's find out. Knight of Swords, the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Three of Wands. Okay, I'm going to share with you the insights I'm getting so far about our question. Was that an example of a glitch or malfunction with George Soros? Is there information or insights moving ahead that we should know as we go through this energy portal? Okay, first of all, our question's indicated by the Knight of Swords. So I'm getting just an information that a soft yes, that was a malfunction, a glitch, that it won't be the only one we see. And that even though that we regular, fully human humans have nothing to worry about moving forward, okay? So the Knight of Swords indicated the question, the situation, okay? And this is the fast-moving energy, because this is a very energetic card and it talks of energy. It's not necessarily in this context a white hat card, because the white hats, while making use of cosmic energy and energy shifts, they don't direct them, okay? So this is the cosmic energy shift that we're in here. It's one that's very beneficial to humans, natural, full humans, okay? So we have nothing to worry about. That's also bolstered by the fact that in the recent past, we have the Knight of Pentacles showing up, a card of very stable energy. So even though it feels like these energy shifts we're getting are rather unsettling, it's all part of the process of moving ahead, moving forward, and clearing our planet and realm of existence from dark energy. Okay, this involved, right now in the present, we have the Judgment card, which is the fact that, again, because we were artificially and unnaturally held back from our ascension path, from our growth, from our potential, it is a judgment situation for the deep state, for evil, okay, but not for regular humans. We have things to celebrate, okay? Let's look ahead at the near future here. We have the Queen of Pentacles showing up. She is about security, okay, and tranquility. So in other words, be at peace. Don't let your energy get upset. Don't buy into fear and doom and gloom, okay? Be peaceful in the midst of other strife that's happening, because it doesn't involve you. It doesn't involve our ascension, our growth, our moving forward. Now we have the Two of Swords here for a little more insights, and the Three of Wands. With the Two of Swords, we're getting just a nod that we've got the tranquility here. And then this is a time of waiting, but readiness. So we're not being called to action here at this point, okay? Our job is to stay calm, stay cool, stay collected, grow in our understanding and our personal skills and abilities, but not to get caught up in the strife and the judgment that evil is having. And don't give our energy to them. They want us fearful. They want us worried about conflicts. They want us worried about solar events. They're not going to hurt us. They're going to do nothing but help us. And we're going to be able to look forward to a new path for humanity that takes us in just a beautiful place. And look, the path is clear ahead of him. No worries or anything else. And that is us. That is our potential. Okay. A few more cards for information. We have the Ten of Pentacles, And that is a card of multi-generational happiness and success and prosperity, okay? Spiritual as well as real. Queen of Swords is showing up, and that is giving us a little advice here, a nod to the fact that we have a chance to grow, to be wise, objective, and to clearly think through some of the narratives we're hearing and be able to greet them with a smile. Emperor is showing up here, okay? Again, this card was about cosmic energy, not so much a one about politics and political figures, but just a nod that, again, like I said, the white hats and the alliance and our off-world help utilizes this energy that's coming in. The off-world element of it may have had something to do with it, even though the worldly, earthly members didn't directly have that information and access to change. And again, we're only part way to where we need to be, but we're getting there. We're getting there. This is a card of hard work and showing that some progress has been made, even though more is on the way and almost fully ripened and ready to go. We're blooming, folks. Humans are blooming. Okay, I'm switching the camera and I am apparently not paused, just so you know. And I'm going to move this. I've had a little trouble with Zoom tonight. I hope it's because there's wonderful things happening in our world. But I'm just going to proceed without the normal pause. And I'm sorry that I know there's one there that was longer than usual, and that's because I'm having trouble with Zoom. So let's recap. Okay. We can anticipate seeing occasionally more glitches and malfunctions in those who are not fully human. So white hats, if you're using any of those, be prepared. But what I've heard is that the actual clones and things like that are not used by the white hats. Good. Okay. We're in a time of change, and it's good change. Our Earth has been naturally held back from an ascension path. We humans have too. We've had our DNA and potential stifled. I mention that frequently because it's important to be aware of that, and you may not have been following me ever since the channel started. Okay, so as we go through these things, it's important to stay grounded, stay informed, to be watching events around us with interest and not buying into the fear porn and the doom and gloom and the black pills and all that other stuff, okay? And again, I will state what I've said before. There are three things. If I could teach you, and I am a former teacher, if there were three things I could teach you that I want you to work on, it's know your powers of consent. The consent can be given and revoked. But in the past, in sneaky workarounds, evil has used implied consent, but it can't be maintained if you specifically recall it. Okay? So learn your powers of saying, I do not consent, or I do consent. Okay? I consent to live in a world where I can watch these events with interest. I consent to live in a world where I have absolute peace and no worry at all about global conflicts. Even though they get discussed, I just know they're not going to happen. Okay? And that knowing is part of helping that reality manifest. That's the second thing. Okay? Manifesting is something we do with our thoughts. We were already doing it to a small degree, okay, a very diluted degree. We can do it more intentionally, more specifically, and with practice. And we're going to be really jealous of the people that wake up after us, where it's much more easy to do those kind of things, like manifest things you want or situations you'd like to see come about that are good and positive and best possible outcome. And then the third thing is discernment. And that is to know when to listen and go, you know, that sounds kind of likely. and when to say, I'm going to need to hear a whole lot more before I'll buy that one. So use your discernment. And that's one of the reasons why I never tell you not to listen to anybody or not to read a certain thing. Expose yourself to anything you wish to expose yourself to. Just kind of have your compass on, is this bringing me down to be thinking about this? Or is it just enough I'm aware of the situation and I'm going to move on and go about my day? Okay, and that's how we can accept and live with some really difficult truths. So recapping this, okay, we need to stay grounded. It's all right to stay cheerful. It is all right to reject fear. And it is delightful to see some of these glitches happen and these malfunctions. Now, if we are truly in what is called a surveillance society, which would be more than just the billions of cameras that watch our every move, and there are people around us who are what they call NPCs, or our clones or robotoids or what have you, it's going to be interesting to see if any of our neighbors or colleagues or people in stores glitch and stop and what have you. So be watching for that. It's going to be amusing, okay? I've heard it said we're going to be surprised how few of us truly are fully human. And we're going to celebrate everyone that is. And we're going to just shake our heads at those that aren't and hope that whatever form of existence they had, they used it positively and well. And we'll wish them well as things diverge and we go on to an environment of 5D that's not going to be quite as environmentally friendly to evil and negative energy. And I say, bring it. I'm ready. So, and I have a little silent pool going on. I got one neighbor I think is going to glitch. We'll see. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me on that rabbit trail and speculating about did we see a glitch with Mr. Soros? Because it looks like we did, and it looks like we may see more. And we need to be aware that as that energy comes in and pushes out the old, there is some pushback from the negative energy, and don't get caught up in it. Soak up all the positive and just say, no, I don't consent to soak up any of the negative. I've had too much negative this lifetime. Go away. So until next time, I wish you love and light and all things bright.